I do for relaxation by reading and writing, because you have to know this is another aspect of Dr. Duvalier. He is a writer, and even when I'm going to sleep, I have to have a book on my hand. This is the morphine for me. If I do not read, I can't sleep.
What sort of books are you reading?
Oh, the book on the history, sociology, anthropology, and medicine.
It's not light reading.
I like reading.
In a dark capital so ramshackle not even that sign works, Papa Doc has read and hated Graham Greene's Comedians, which exactly portrayed Haiti. Here's the hotel where Richard Burton found the ex-minister's body in the swimming pool.
And I'm a public relation, and I'm a journalist, as you know.
Yes.
And I am a greeter.
Greeter of every aircraft to land here, Oberlin Jolicoeur, drawn exactly as Petit Pierre in the Comedians.
Well, I wish I were in a better book. Well, I am in it. I can't undo what has been done, so I have to show a good heart to misfortune. And then I think in the long run it will help Haiti, even if Graham Greene didn't mean to.
How will it help Haiti? Because it presented rather a frightening picture.
Well, no, but he talks about Haiti, and somebody said that I don't care whether you say nothing about me, provided that my name, I am not in the shadow.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, yes. Now, what did you think of the way he depicted you?
Well, I thought he knew me better than the way he depicted me. And I was not very clear.
My recollection of you in the book is that you were slightly sinister.
I am very sinister because nobody knew what I thought. Well, I am, you see, I am not that sinister. I am wide open. You know, first of all, my main purpose is to make people like Haiti, like me. So I can't be sinister, you know. So he is sinister himself, you know.
Graham Greene?
He's very sinister because he has told me so many wonderful things about Haiti. I think it was a very bad calculation on his part to hurt Haiti that way. I get a feeling that he wanted to hurt Duvalier, but in trying to hurt Duvalier, he hurt Haiti much more.
Did he, in fact, ever meet the president?
And I don't recall that he did.
Getting to the president up there can be quite difficult, mainly because everyone who surrounds him is so terrified of him. And there's no doubt that this quiet-spoken man does generate considerable fear. When I left him the other day, he asked that I return this morning to see him once again. And I duly presented myself with my various credentials, armed indeed with a laissez-passer signed by the president himself to all civil and military authorities. This laissez-passer got me through the sentries on the gate here, through a gaggle of guards on various doors, up the stairs, along the corridor, and right to the door of the presidential chambers. There I was met by a group of captains and lieutenants of the Presidential Guard. And they said, although they'd seen me before and they knew me and they knew that the president was expecting me, they had no authority to disturb him. He was inside his chambers, I was outside, and no one had the authority to approach him. The only person who could approach him is his secretary, a rather formidable lady who is related to him. And she is away sick. So I stood outside and waited, and he presumably is in his study there waiting, and nobody has the courage to knock on his door. So what I've done is to come out, and I'm going to a telex office because I know he has a telex up there, and I'm going to send him a message saying, "Please, sir, I'm outside your door."
I must have done something right, for once again found myself face to face with this formidable dictator who insisted on showing me his capital. And you don't argue with Papa Doc.
Where are we going to first, Mr. President?
I'm going to show you the former building where the Haitian Red Cross were.
Ah.
He differs from former presidents in his skillful retention of power over a black mass which, though cowed, can be persuaded to applaud. For he has one indelible advantage. Most of Haiti's presidents have been light-skinned, upper-class mulattoes, but Papa Doc's black as the next man. With all the guns and whatever butter and money there is, he has, up to now, been able to outwit and out-terrorize, and, on rare occasions, to out-charm.
Hello.
A tigerish greeting from the most feared man I've met, who certainly doesn't rely on any eerie amiability for protection. It seemed quite unreal to be riding in his limousine, broaching subjects which, in his presence, no Haitian would even dare think.
How did you feel about Graham Greene's comedians, Mr. President?
The Graham Greene comedian is a poor man mentally, because he didn't say the truth about Haiti.
Why do you think he was so critical?
Because maybe, and he said that he was out of money. Maybe he got some money from people in Haiti, or from a political exile.
The father of his people? Perhaps. But there's a more practical reason for chasing the presidential limousine and for being there when it stops. On his rare adventures outside the palace, Duvalier always generates enthusiasm by handing out large sums of money, wads of crisp new notes which would take a peasant half a year to earn if he had the work. Sometimes he'll scatter handfuls of money through the car window. Yes, it's well worthwhile trying to keep up with the Duvaliers. For all this calculated enthusiasm, and whatever he may say, Papa Doc lives under threat of assassination. The favorite for revolutionary takeovers always the commander of the palace guard. Today's guard commander is Colonel Gracia. He knows presidential habits, he has the armed support, and with Papa Doc's cold eye upon him, reason enough to look gloomy. He's the man most likely to succeed, poor chap. The president before Duvalier was Major Magloire, now in New York and threatening to invade. He, in turn, commanded the guard for President Estim. There's a certain black comedy about this murderous merry-go-round, though Papa Doc, in our remarkably candid conversation, seemed certain he could stay well ahead.
In the past, the country has been ruled only to get money and put the money in the pocket. This is what the General Paul Magloire, who is living in the United States of America, was doing when he overthrew the administration of President Estim and took his place for 6 years and a half and take all the money from the National Bank of Haiti in $19 million.
19?
$19 million.
And he took this with him to America?
Yes. And he used those millions to finance the armed invasions against the former Minister of Work, of Labor and Health of President Estim, Dr. Duvalier. He used those millions for doing that.
Now, it was his aircraft that bombed your palace.
Yes, in May 20.
Are you expecting any further attacks?
And a chief of state, who is really a chief of state, has to expect all the time another attack. Is the reason why everyone is ready to face any attack from abroad. The militia and the regular army. We are ready right now. We are ready right now. We face 8 armed invasions since 11 years. During the 11 years I got the office. They sent 8 armed invasions.
He is after killing you, not...
Oh, yes. Definitely, yes. He tried to kill me. He tried to kill me when he was president. Is the reason why in December 28, I was in hiding for several years. I was in hiding for several years. He wants to kill me because he wanted me to become his minister. I refused. I said, after working with an outstanding man like President Estim, I could be the minister of President Magloire. No, I refused. He said his own why he got mad.
What steps do you think that he could take against you? What could he now do? He's tried to bomb your palace.
To bomb your palace, that's all. Why he didn't come himself? He's not a brave man. He's not a brave man. He can say, Dr. Duvalier, I'm waiting for you in some place. I won't go myself alone. He knows me quite well. He knows that I'm a capable man, and I can see his eyes face to face. He said that. Why he didn't come since 11 years? Why he didn't come himself? He never come himself. He sent people. He sent young officers and people.
But perhaps he's frightened you might kill him, you see.
Huh?
He's frightened you might kill him.
If he come, he will be killed. Yes, because he is what you call vagabond. He's a vagabond. He's a vagabond.
Believing himself secure from enemies, protected by gunmen and by the voodoo power lying within the number 2, his presidential inauguration was on October 22nd. Papa Doc, hushed and curious with that sinister smile, seems unconcerned and unaware as his stricken nation sinks deeper into its zombie trance, watched by a critical but helpless world.
There's no doubt about it, Mr. President. You have had the worst international press of any president I've known.
That's right, yes. No, that's become from you have to, since 1804, they used to do that against every president who comes from the poor people.
But you see, your publicity, the bad publicity, has been, for example, concerning the Tontons Macoutes.
What they call Tontons Macoutes is a peasant who receives a medical care from me since several years. It's the militia. We call that le corps de volontaires de la sécurité nationale. They help me to clean the street. They help me to cultivate the land. They help the Haitian army and they fight side by side with the members of the Haitian army to face armed invasion.
Now, you created what has been called the Tontons Macoutes because you felt you could not rely on the army.
No, because the army, we have 5,500 men for the all regular army. We do not have, we can call that a corps of police, the regular army, because we do not have enough money to have a big army like the several countries of South America. I'm the the strongest men, the strongest anti-communist men in the Caribbean area.
So why then should the American press be critical of you?
Because they do not have mentally, they have not well prepared mentally to study the situation. I should be, and what you call the child of the
favorite child.
The favorite child.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's the right way. The favorite child of the U.S. Of the USA.
Yes.
USA. But
Instead of which, you're the...
Instead of which, they consider me like a black sheep.
Now, why do they do this, Mr. President?
Maybe, and certainly, the question as a racial one. You have to consider the racial aspect too. Maybe as a leader, because I'm a strong leader here in the Western Hemisphere, maybe they consider me as a bad example for the 25 million Negroes living in the States. Maybe. I don't know.